This is David from TSTP Studios, and today I'm going to be showing you the Omni Omega tool. It starts off as a note-making tool where you can create all different types of notes and save them to a MySQL database. You can create PW push links that go from the password you enter here. It goes anywhere from 8 characters up to 29 characters. But the program also has hidden features in it, such as adding a notes section for additional notes, a calendar with a reminder section, an alarm section, timer, and stopwatch section, a calculator, a file and folder viewer, and games. But it also has a additional section which gives you access to terminal tools, an AI chat that you can save that also works with OpenAI, Claude, Google Gemini, and Inflection PI, a terminal viewer for command prompt and PowerShell tabs, an SSH tool where you can connect to SSH or start an SSH server on your system, a database viewing tool that lets you connect to remote and file databases, a tool for sending webhooks for your notes, an email client to receive your emails and also send emails instead of webhooks, and a cloud attachment so you can upload your files or your notes to the cloud. And it also has a launcher which allows you to put your websites and programs in an order you want to launch them in and then launch them. Oops, sorry, got my screen on the other window. And then we also have another section down here, which is in the system tray bar for additional tools, such as a network monitoring tool, which you can select which device you want to monitor with. We have a speed test tool, which you can run a speed test of your system, see how fast it's going for you. So just a quick test, so it's not really showing much, but you can adjust it to do 10 megabyte test and get an accurate readout of your speed and of your upload speed as well. There is a API testing tool, which is still in development. A network password tool, which will show you all of your passwords for various networks you're connected to. And a duplicate remover for removing duplicates in files. As you can see, these become highlighted. Has a user scanner tool, which will show you all the users that are on your system. It has a FTP tool, which will allow you to connect to your FTP client with one click, and it has an observer on it which will monitor a selected folder that you can set, and it will notice any changes in your files and automatically upload them to your server. There is a parsing tool that you can use to grab all of the information from files within a selected folder So for example, now I have all of the logs of this folder, all the files of them, and I can copy them. It's separated by this delimiter. You can also copy the file structure. And then the opposite of that is the reverse parse tool, which will let you set a delimiter that you pick, and then you can have it build all the files back from that. So if you want to send your friend a program, you can send it to them as that text. They can paste it in here and it will build the files for them, the same as doing a git clone. And then there is a auto continue tool, which is helpful for ChatGPT when you don't want to keep clicking continue generation. There is a file sorting tool, which you can set what type of files you want to sort on your system and where you want them to sort to and where you want them to come from. By default, it goes to your desktop, but if you set it somewhere else, you can have it sort to those. You can edit the rules, send specific things to specific folders, set priority, set a catch-all or only specific words in it. So if you only want it to take a file named day1, you can enter that in here. It'll only take files with this type as day1. Also has a auto run tool and a toggle of the sorting, so you can run it now to clear up your files or toggle it so it automatically sorts your files as soon as it hits the place where it's looking for them. Create your own rules, remove rules. It also comes with a cool setup that will select your files for you and create a folder structure such as this, which will also create additional files inside of it. And let me close all this out. As you can see, the network monitor is doing its job very well. Then there is the screen tool, which will allow you to take screen snips of specific parts of the screen. You can add your own watermark to them. Let's use this. The watermark might be too big for this. But you can also do highlight shapes. Add a timestamp. Change the colors of your text. There is a quick capture screenshot tool, and as you can see, it's capturing all 4 screens of mine. Get a notification of it. You can have a delayed screenshot. So if I want to move this over here, then I have that. There's an option to capture just a section of the screen. If you want to enter coordinates, you can record your screen. And as you can see, video is going straight to my desktop. You can set a specific window or monitor that you want it to read from, and it will detect your monitors on your computer. So that changes the quick capture to only go to a monitor you select. Let's go back to you can edit the settings so you can have the annotation on or off if you're snipping or if you're doing a screenshot. You can set the GIF resolution because you can also make a GIF from screenshots or from your screen. And I clicked on the GIF button several times, so it made several of them. But as you can see, quick GIF file. Our About section, turn off notifications. You can also access all of those from our system tray. And as you can see, all of these files are on here, so I can display how the file sorter works. And now they're all gone and sorted into my folders. And on top of that, this is not the only theme for the program. There are actually several themes in here that you can select from, all varying colors and types. So window up here to select what you want from them. As you can see, there are several different modes or themes that you can pick from. Even tried to get 3D with it. I don't think it worked very well, but it looks cool. And that transfers over to all of our other stuff, so you can pop out the chat widget if you would like. Let me get to a theme I actually want to deal with right now. There you go. So let's say I want to use Claude. And the chat window also has, let me change that one more time. A built-in tool for reading code, so I can say alright, so let's send that off to Claude. Make a pie game, video game of Pong, add extreme error handling, and think the whole program through. It sure works flawlessly. So as you can see, there are these display as code buttons, which when clicked show the program as a code if it has any code in it. So it automatically checks when it shows any code and it will put it in a code block. Then you get your text outside of the code block, and you can also combine multiple code blocks. So if you're wanting to add on to this process, you can click combine when you have another one and it will combine them together. And it also has a code validation tool to make sure it is actual valid code that's not displaying any errors. And you can click execute code. It's going to prompt you, letting you know it can be unsafe. Do you want to proceed? Alright, that code did not work properly, but it was valid code. Cannot find specified file. Alright, so it more than likely created a file with external resources, but that is the chat bot. And then we have other tools such as the terminal tool that we showed you before. So ping 8, and you can save your logs. It saves everything for you. You can pop out the chat or pop out the command prompt to use more, and that is also another thing of the AI chat is you can pop this out right here, and you can continue to do so because you can create multiple tabs and keep popping them out, so you can have multiple chats ready for you with different different stuff on it. So we can run Claude multiple chats. And then you can pull up another one. Use different versions of it, such as Haiku. Yep, it will not work without your API key. Yeah, so it doesn't know what model it is, but you can switch between the different models. Tells you how much your messages cost in tokens estimated. And when you close them, they come back here to their tab, so you can keep track of them or you can just close them out. The same thing with the terminal and the PowerShell tabs. SSH. Alright, I have my firewall up, so I can't use that one right now, but that is our SSH for our database viewer. I could connect to a database file or enter in database information and connect to it remotely. Webhooks, I'll have to display that one later. And then for our games, we do have Snake, Tetris, Tic-Tac-Toe, and the Breakout game. And your high score does save on these, so you can come back later and try to beat them. And a few little power-ups I tried to add in here just to keep it fun. Change the colors up. Tetris is very janky right now, but it does work. See, classic time waster. Sorry, gonna end up getting stuck in that, but you can pause it and come back to it when you want to. The pop out still needs to be fixed on there. Music section's not in place yet. Do have a to-do list, so you can add items on here. Item 1. Mark them as completed. You can set a parent item. So yeah, to-do list, launcher. And there's still more to come to this. This is just the part that I have already in place. Yeah, you can close it to your system tray. Have it hidden so it doesn't show up and only open what you need if you need it. Or you can make it stay on top of everything. And go back to that. Alright, well that's a quick preview. You can download it at tstp.xyz, or you can go to our GitHub at github.com/TSTP Enterprises. And there you go. All right, thanks for checking it out. Have a good one.